It's not the right angle. It's
Why?
not right.
So come closer.
How do I come closer? Yeah, tilt it. There you go.
Oh, so it's not that we weren't close enough. It's because there weren't enough of you.
Why you gotta label stuff all the time? Why you gotta be like that? Don't be labeling stuff.
Oh, you did it!
I did it anyways. Look, I just want to say hello, what's up? How you guys doing? I feel like we're so connected now. We're so connected, even with me, because I got people DMing me and saying nice stuff, and it's all your girls. Can we come up with a name for your family here? What's the name? Oh, I got an idea. We can call you guys the Val Gals. Huh? Val Gals? How awesome is Val Gals? If you guys are into the Val Gals, leave it in the comments below. We're gonna look at it, and if you think that's a really bad idea, then let us know that too, and come up with some suggestions as to what you guys are gonna be called.
Great! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we decided to do a video about relationships. We decided to do this video just because we shot a video previously talking about money and kind of communication and relationship, and we got some really awesome feedback and a lot of interest, so we decided to cover this subject, which is 4 ways to strengthen your relationship.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm not a professional like you. You are a professional, okay? When we're looking at this camera, do I look into the lens or do I look into the screen?
You look into the lens.
So can we take the screen off because it's distracting me?
No, because I need to make sure that the brightness is good and it's focused. Because we don't want to shoot a video and then it's not focused.
That's incredible. Okay, all right. So the first thing I want to say about relationships, I'm trying not to look into the screen. The first thing I want to say about relationships is I wish Valeria would be more jealous. She is the most unjealous girl in the history of women.
It's because I'm confident.
I know you're confident, but you could be just a little jealous. I get that, I know, but you could be just a little jealous. A little jealous. You know, like, hey, don't look at my man. You know, that'd be nice.
Do you feel like there's a middle ground between like being me, which is like I'm not jealous, to being like level 10 crazy person?
I just think you should take it up a notch. Just take it up on the jealousy notch just a little bit. I just think you're very comfortable and you're not jealous.
Okay, we'll talk about
That's what I
that.
think.
Okay, so let's talk about the 4 ways that we use to strengthen our relationship. Point number 1 is to over communicate. Communication is key. We talk about everything, and part of being able to talk so much and like really get into the root of things is coming from like a non-judgmental place. I can share whatever I feel and think about with Gary, and he's not gonna judge me or label me, and I hope you feel the same.
I think one of the things is that, first of all, in general, don't scream at each other. You have to keep calm. Staying calm is very important. I think you got to be aware of your tone. You got to be aware of how you're speaking with each other. And it's not just about raising your voice. It's not being condescending. It's staying respectful at all times. You got to condition your partner that this is the style of communication you want. So when you and I get upset at each other, it doesn't happen often. We don't fight a lot.
We don't fight because we don't hold back from expressing our feelings at that moment. If you upset me, if something makes me angry, I'll step away. Maybe I'll take a few deep breaths just to not like burst, but I'll come back and I'll express everything that I feel, so I won't have this like thing going inside of me and that will grow and then I'll explode and it will completely go out of proportion. So I think that's where the communication is so important, is because it also kind of helps you to just like detox. You guys are, you know, disagreeing or anything's going on, just like talk about it until it's solved, until you have no more hostility and anger inside.
Most men, they don't want to have this kind of communication. They don't want to talk things out. They don't want to figure stuff out.
But do you feel like because men just like kind of let it go faster, or just because they're not good with words and with
both. I think that they don't want to invest the time. They don't want to get to the bottom of things. They just want to like go out the door and just say, forget about it and go about their business, and they just leave it. And I think that's when relationships start breaking down over time. I'm a yapper. I talk things through. I communicate, and I don't just over communicate with you, but that's just my style of everything I do. And like for running businesses, I over communicate with people. I speak with them a lot.
Yes, you are over.
I got my hand gestures. Why can't you let me have my hand gestures?
Yapper, yes. The second way that is very important for a relationship to be strong and bloom is to maintain your sense of self. I think that is something that is extremely important. Once you're in a partnership, that doesn't mean that you as an individual is finished. That's something that is very prominent in our relationship. Like, I think we give each other the space to do what we like to do. Women always mention to me like, oh, you're so lucky that Gary's so supportive of everything, and like, you know,
really?
like
They say that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I go on like girls trip.
Tell me after who says that. I know that there are guys who aren't like that with their wives or their girlfriends or whatever, and I think that those guys are dealing with their own insecurities. I don't know, I feel pretty secure. I'm also older than you, so I've had time to figure myself out. So to me, it's just like, if you want to go with your girlfriends, like you're going to Greece with your girlfriends, then just like, yeah, cool, go to Greece with your girlfriends.
Giving each other that space is so important. I know that I feel happy. I feel like my needs are met as like, you know, a woman, as an individual, not only as a wife and a mother. So that's definitely something that's extremely important for our relationship. And I know for a fact that if I didn't have and felt that freedom, I would be miserable.
Yes, you have to give each other freedom, but I don't think you're telling them how to do it. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna go there.
Go there.
I'm gonna go there, because here's the thing. If you're worried that your man is out doing stuff that you think he shouldn't be doing, things that are disrespectful to you, you got to ask yourself, is he the right man to be with at all? In addition to give each other space, you have to have that trust. None of this checking up, making sure, testing. There's no point.
Oh my God. It takes so much energy and mental capacity to do it. And maybe you can do it when you're younger and you're just dating. But trust me, when you start a family and you have your career and you have kids, you don't want to be dealing with it. Like, that's not where you want to put your energy.
It starts with trust. And if you don't trust, I would question if you're in the right relationship if you don't trust.
Extremely crucial to have a strong relationship is when you are communicating, when you are talking to each other, is to make sure that you are open, that you listen, and that you don't rush to blame. And I feel like that's something that everyone can improve, myself as well. Even if someone made the mistake, listening to each other's perspectives of like how they view the situation, and don't rush to blame, because again, it doesn't contribute to anything at the end of the day.
I find that I slip into that easily, where I start blaming her, and it's something I have to keep in mind and pull myself back from. That's the natural place where my mind goes.
Yeah.
And I know it's incorrect, and then I try to correct my thoughts on that matter, you know, as they're happening. But it's not easy to do. Quite honestly, like, the solution to this is just know that you're blaming the other person. You got to step back and ask yourself, is it their fault? And then not lay blame.
And then the last but not least, which is extremely important, especially I feel like in today's over-connected world, is being present. I think that we all have a problem with this. I think that it doesn't matter like how many people can talk about like, I come home and I put the phone down and I turn this off. Sometimes I catch you're completely in space. You're thinking about God knows what. I think that it's natural. I think it happens to a lot of people. It is very difficult to stay present, and that's something that we have to work on to really train our mind to be like, snap out of it. What are you doing right now?
I'm looking for PK because I know he's taking an Uber here, and I'm just wondering when he's going to pull up. And I think he's pulling up. PK's my best friend.
We're talking about being present.
Oh.
So I think that's something that we still try to work hard on. Obviously, there's a lot of work to be done. I notice when Gary's present, and I just really appreciate and like really cherish those few moments. So
here's what it comes down to. I'm gonna say this to the men watching. Guys, listen to me. Look at me. You guys want to have a successful relationship? Pay attention to your woman. That's it. Just pay attention to her. And don't get discouraged, right? Because there's levels to this stuff. You got to get into it first.
Why are you screaming right here?
I just want to make sure it sounds good. I'm passionate. Why can't I be passionate? And you know, watch your relationship blossom, because it's a beautiful thing.
Okay. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time.